Hello, I'm Adam Lowy. Welcome to Special Olympics flag football. We'd like to give you a better understanding of your role as a volunteer. Volunteers are required to show up 60 minutes prior to the tournament so they can receive their instructions for the day. You'll then also receive your assignments. As a flag football volunteer, you will be required to do any number of jobs. You might be helping to escort teams to their fields, shagging balls, or helping with crowd control and assisting the field of play manager. There will be 2 timers and scorekeepers at each field throughout the tournament, as well as an announcer who will also manage the music and set the tone for the tournament. Staff will manage the volunteer check-in, ensure that every volunteer gets breaks throughout the day, and troubleshoots any volunteer shortages. Safety is a high priority for flag football. Many of the following rules are results of a safety-first aspect. Special Olympics flag football is non-contact. Teams have 5 players on the field to start a game. Teams will be grouped into divisions after a classification round. Points of emphasis include no team can repeatedly commit penalties which have the distance to the goal line. Neither team shall commit an act that makes a travesty of the game. The referee will include any penalty he/she considers equitable. A coin toss determines first possession. Possession starts at the offense's 5-yard line. The offense has 4 plays to cross midfield, then has another 4 plays to score once crossing midfield. If a change of possession happens, the new team gets the ball at their 5-yard line, and the ball carrier cannot spin or dive. For the tournament, the football field is 60 yards long and 25 yards wide. There are 2 no-run zones to prevent power run plays while the teams are running to the end zone. Special Olympics flag football rosters are composed as follows. Traditional teams contain 12 players and 5 players will start a game. Unified sports teams contain 12 players, a proportionate number of athletes and players. A lineup shall never exceed 3 athletes and 2 partners. Unified play pairs athletes with and without intellectual disabilities to play as equal teammates on the same team against other unified teams. Each flag football game consists of 2 20-minute halves with a running clock. The game officials can stop play at any time due to player injuries or delays. The clock will automatically stop at timeouts. Each team will receive 1 60-second timeout in each half, and if not taken in the first half, it cannot be taken over to the second half of the game. Halftime of the competition will consist of a 5-minute period. In terms of scoring, a touchdown will count for 6 points. An extra point will count as 1 point if it is from the 5-yard line and 2 points if taken from the 12-yard line. Oh, and by the way, there's a mercy rule in the final minute of the game if a team is up by 25 points or more, in which case there will continue to be a running clock until the conclusion of the game. Many of the rules for Special Olympics flag football are all adopted with safety in mind. Here are some other key game rules to keep in mind. There are no fumbles, the quarterback cannot advance the ball across the line of scrimmage, runners shall not shield or flag guard the opportunity for an opponent to remove their flag belt. All offensive players are eligible to receive a pass where all passes must be completed in a forward motion. Shovel passes are allowed but must be received beyond the line of scrimmage. All players who rush the quarterback must be a minimum of 7 yards from the line of scrimmage. Players not rushing the quarterback may defend the line of scrimmage. Once the quarterback's hands are off the ball, the 7-yard zone no longer exists. There are 2 legal forms of blocking: backfield blocking and downfield blocking. Of course, we wouldn't be talking flag football without some important rules to know about flag pulling. A legal pull takes place when the ball carrier is in full possession of the ball. It is illegal to pull or strip the ball from the carrier's possession at any time, which results in a penalty. If a flag inadvertently falls off, a player may still participate, but that play will become dead upon reception or control of the ball. A player may not intentionally pull off the flags of someone who does not have the ball, which would result in a penalty. Anytime you're not actively engaged in a support or on-field position, you'll be cheering on the athletes from the stands. We call this fans in the stands, which is just as important as any volunteer job. Woo! Yeah.